Today I'm going to start with the news of a sad one because starting with the news of a sister, a friend who I've known for since second grade. Yeah, I've known since second grade, and I just couldn't believe it when I saw the news that she's moved on, and we had a conversation, and she was supposed to come around for a retreat and some spiritual cleansing and all that. We had a conversation, and she said she was going to come. She was just going to create some free time to come around so that we pray and we go through some spiritual cleansings. And I was actually waiting for her to come around, and I got the news today that she passed on, and she's full of life, you know. I just couldn't believe it, and for the reasons to why she died, because she couldn't pass a urine, and she went to see the doctors, and the doctor said they had to operate. It doesn't even make sense, because if somebody's not able to pass a urine, all you need to do is to fix a catheter and let her do that. But they had to operate on her, and she died during the operation. She didn't survive the operation, and that is so sad. That is so sad, and you see, when I hear stories like this, that is what makes me resent the hospitals more. And I'm not against anybody's job or occupation, but when you hear some of this news, because this has nothing to do with an operation, you just give her a few herbs and she's all right, and she's gonna pee. You know, it's just sad. It's just, when I heard the news, I just literally heard the news before I started recording, so it's really messed me up. But I still gotta come your way. So, man, I just couldn't believe it. And she is just, listen, you cannot procrastinate when it comes to your health and spiritual issues. If there's any spiritual thing that you got to do, you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do it. At least start eating healthy. You know, and to know that she's going to come around and to hear that she's passed on it's just sad. It's just really, really, really sad. It's a sad one for me. And she's probably the first person I've used on my DP. As a female, I've used on my DP, and I don't mind doing it at all, because it's a sad one. I'm really sad. I'm really sad about this, because this is something that shouldn't take a life. That's why I keep telling you guys, like, take care of your bodies. You can be full of life, but when you lose this body, you move on. You don't stay in this dimension anymore, especially when you know you've got a lot to do in this dimension. I mean, and I remember she told me about an in-law that was going through a situation, and we prayed, and the in-law survived the situation. So I'm like, if we could save an in-law that I don't know, come on. This really got me sad.
Our enemies are many, and they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They play upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us that we should unite, that we are all as good as we are able to make ourselves once we are free.
Don't fucking move on. Shoot your fucking ass, bitch. Taste his ass.
Why are you so angry?
I'm angry because it's been going on forever. Enough is enough.
We're waiting for a back. I will, sir. No worries. I will.
Fuck.
He just shot his arm off. We got pulled over on Larpener.
I told him not to reach for it. I told him to get his hand out.
You told him to get his ID, sir, and his driver's license. Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead. Please don't tell me my boyfriend just went like that.
Keep your hands where they are, please.
Yes, I will, sir. I'll keep my hands where they are. Please don't tell me this, Lord. Please, Jesus, don't tell me that he's gone. Please don't tell me that he's gone. Please, officer, don't tell me that you just did this to him. You shot 4 bullets into him, sir. He was just getting his license and registration, sir.
Mid-20th century is Africa's. This decade is the decade of African independence. Forward then to independence. To independence now. Tomorrow, the United States of Africa.
Aquaba. Listen, I'm trying so hard to control myself and be able to do this today, but I mean, it's just sad. I ask the powers that be and our elders and our ancestors to put her in a great place and to comfort her wherever she's passed on to, and as she joins our ancestors, I just ask that they take care of her and really take care of her. It's a sad one. It's a sad one, but I really ask our ancestors to take care of her and rest her spirit as she moves on to the next dimension. And I pray that whatever she wasn't able to get in this dimension, they blessed her with it in the next dimension. And she's full of life. I mean, look at me, I'm full of life, right? And she's my mate. She's somebody I've known since 2nd grade. So she's full of life. It's just sad. Listen, on all grounds, at any level, it just, let me not go ahead. But this feed into something that I was actually gonna smile about. And you know how we see, so because it leads right into this, you know how we see obituaries, and the minute you see things like that, it's either is an obituary or either the person is standing for a parliament position. So whenever you see pictures like this, and I can see some obituaries, people dying at 37 and 63, and I know Christopher used to be a sport journalist, and may his soul rest in perfect peace, and we bless his soul. And he was doing a great job. And I know our Vice President Kwesi Emisata, and he was also very vibrant, and the story around his death. And we also know Kobna Dumont, and one of the renowned and prestigious journalists ever to come out of this country, Ghana, and he was basically working with BBC, so that's Kobna Dumont as well. And we have other obituaries, and when you see these obituaries, and of course our ex-president John Evans Atta Mills. I was actually in the same business class or business group or business club, business club with our former president, ex-president who has moved on, John Evans Atta Mills, and I remember they used to call me the boy wonder in those days when we were in the same business club because of the things I used to do back in the days. But these are memories of beautiful, amazing loved ones that have moved on. And also when you see pictures and posters on the walls of people on the streets, on billboards and stuff like that, you see of those who are aspiring to be parliamentarians or vying for the presidency and all of that. But this one that I saw shocked me, you know, because it's either it's an obituary or it's a politician that is trying to promote themselves. So, but when I saw this one, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait. Take a look at this. Like, this didn't make sense to me. How? You're not seeing it? How? It says what? Husband snatcher. Juta, the home wrecker. Beware of dogs. And they kept her number. Let me see the number. It's 0548 20 37 16. 0548 20 37 16. 0548 0548 20 37 16. 37 16. Let's see if it go through. No, the number is not going through. No, it's not going through. She blocked the number. I was like, what? They do posters for husband snatchers now. See, I was really going out for this one, but I can't really laugh. Oh, Sarah. So really messed up my day. Messed up my evening. But I've seen amazing things. I've seen crazy things. But to see this right here, I just couldn't believe it. How are they spending money printing posters? Sending caution out about a husband snatcher? A husband snatcher? What? Oh, this was. See, I'm trying to, because I'm sad, but this is heavy, and I don't know. Listen, if you think this is crazy enough, some of the things that I'm reacting today is insane. Listen, this is nothing to some of the things that, especially a particular subject that is going all over the place about politicians and their corruptions and how corrupt they are, and how it's all about self and it's all about themselves and family. And I know this thing that a lot of people say that if your father was in the same position, he will be corrupt. No. Not every father would do that. I can vouch for my dad. I know my dad would never. No, my dad is not playing that. So I doubt it when people say if your dad was in the same position, your dad. Listen, I didn't even know my dad was super rich till he died. I'm telling you, so it's not every father in Africa that has to be corrupt. It's not every leader. I disagree to that statement that, if your father was in the same position, you'll be corrupt as well. No, 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 no. Not every father is corrupt. That is why I don't believe every leader got to be corrupt anyways. I don't believe that. No, 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 no. I don't agree with that. So when I saw this video, I was like, what is going on in Africa? The reason why we are not where we are supposed to be is not because the land is not blessed. It's because of leadership. The leaders are not doing what they're supposed to do for the young ones to follow suit. So because the leaders are corrupt in their ways, they allow the young ones to toe the same lane. When I saw these videos, watch this.
That the 1.5 billion COVID-19 palliative you took.
It was not 1.5 billion, please. The figure is shown clearly.
Tell us the figure.
It's 1.32.
1.32.
But billion, yes.
1.32 billion.
Yes.
Now the question the honorable House member is asking you.
Yeah.
Where did you have in the budget line in 2019 where you derived that power to spend that money? That's the question.
This is not. Oh, this is just last year. And I'm thinking it was around when the COVID broke out. September thereabout. I'm thinking. I don't know the fact. I don't do it. Listen, I don't follow politics at all. Then this is probably my first video I've even done on politics. Do you hear the figures that they are saying? Billions. I know billions in Nigerian currency would be like millions in Ghanaian currency. So 1 point something is like 100 and something million cities. That's about almost 10 to 20 $1 million. Right? Like 20, yeah, around $20 million. Gone. So it goes 1 point between 20 and $30 million, gone. Let's listen to the rest. I couldn't just take it.
That's the question.
I'll provide that answer for you. I will check. I don't want to lie on that oath. I will provide the answer for you.
MD. MD.
And I know I said I wasn't going to interfere, but I was just going to leave it to. You were coming into an audit meeting. You're the reason why they organized this audit. So how can you walk into this and not have the answers ready to defend?
Check. I don't want to lie on that oath. I will provide the answer for you.
MD. MD.
Yes, sir.
I know you are a very learned person. You are one of the most learned person in this room. You don't have answer for it now. Okay. It means you spent money. Can you agree with us? Will it be right for us to say that you did extra budgeted expenses, which was not budgeted for?
I will not say so. Let me ask my EDP to explain, because I don't want to. I think he has more facts concerning that.
Is he under oath?
Okay, it's not under oath. No. That's why I said I will provide the answer. I said I will provide the answer.
Now, MD, you have the budget with you.
the budget of 2019. You have it with you. Correct. MD, 2019 budget, in which you have told this committee that is the budget you are operating on. You have it.
Mr. Chairman, I said I will provide the answer to you.
No. You have the budget with you.
In front of me, yes, sir.
The budget. The budget you are operating. 2019 budget.
I will provide the answer, Mr. Chairman, sir.
No.
We'll bring this to you, sir. We'll bring this to you. It will be sent to your committee.
MD.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
MD.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
The budget of 2019, you tendered it. Yeah.
I tendered the...
You tendered the budget of 2019. Yeah.
I gave the letter from...
That is not the budget. That's not the budget we signed. The budget we signed for you in 2019, you have it here.
Okay, they said they have gone to make copies. I said we'll provide this to you.
Okay, you don't have the budget here.
Yes, I don't have it.
You don't have the budget
here. I don't have it here. It will be provided to you. But I don't know if other people will...
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Please. Mr. Chairman. My leaders and colleagues. Mr. Chairman, with your permission, may I request that the clerk of the secretariat furnishes this gentleman a copy of the budget we have put for him. If you are not harmed, because I've read the letter given to you, you have various documents that you are asked to furnish this committee. So if you don't have the budget here, we have a committee on library and research. The clerk, please get us a copy of the 2019 approved budget for the acting MD.
I mean, how can you come to a committee meeting which is about you, which basically you are the reason why this community, because they are going through all the, I think it's happening in Niger Delta State. How do you show up without the very budget that you're coming to talk about? And you see, these people, it's a show. When I say it's a show, because this is not just happening overnight. This is not like a surprise thing that they didn't know, okay, when they called him from nowhere. No, this has been going on among their committee meetings, among their board meetings. I think it's a one party, they are questioning about, I think it's NDDC or something. So this is not something that, what does it say? House Committee Public Hearing on NDDC. So this is not something that is a surprise. And they know themselves. They know themselves. So this guy was giving prior notice coming into the committee meeting asking what to bring and what not to bring. And he's saying, I'm even thirsty. Listen, I'm thirsty right now. This is the only thing that's going to calm me down. My ginger tea. I think I have ginger, lemongrass, lemon. That's what I'm having. You should be drinking more of this. I didn't know how to react to this. And I'm sure he had warnings that
Honorable colleagues, you heard the MD. So if any member that has question in relation to the presentation that you have made.
Mr. Chairman,
You are faithful.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Ben.
Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Ben. Bakwa, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Honorable Ben Roland Igbakwa. I represent Ethiop East, Ethiop West, and by the special grace of God, we're from Delta State. MD, sir, you know you are my brother. Who authorizes the information?
That is what I'm saying. These people and these politicians are not strangers. They're friends. They talk. They go to the same clubs. They go to the same golf course. They talk about these things. He wasn't surprised by this committee meeting. He knew exactly what. All that money gone. Gone.
Special grace of God, we're from Delta State. MD, sir, you know you are my brother. Who authorizes the information that leaves NDDC? I want it to be interactive.
Sorry.
What you publish in pages of newspaper and television interviews?
Television news. We have a corporate affairs directorate.
Who authorizes them before they go out?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
On Monday, June 29, 2020,
Okay.
there were a number of daily newspaper publications signed by one Charles Odili, Director Corporate Affairs. And in that publication, you said, that's as at June 29, because just here now, you told us May that you've only paid about 38 million. And in that publication, the total you said you have paid was 35 billion 353 million 932 910.54. Can you explain the discrepancies between what you just told us and that publication, if you actually approve that information out to the public?
I actually approved it, and even in this my small report, it is clearly stated there that as per the 31st of May, 38.6 billion had been paid for projects.
The publication is for June 29.
Yes, we were showing 35. What had been paid as per the 5th of May, when the National Assembly made the allegations of 40 billion naira missing. We needed to show that there was no 40 billion naira missing, so we calculated the payments as per that 5th of May, and that's what was published.
Do you guys hear the figures? I'm not versed with Nigerian currency, but I know $1,000 is like 1,000 naira. It's like 100 cities. If I'm wrong, somebody should correct me. It's like 100 cities. So 1 million naira is about 1,000 cities. Right? So 1 billion naira, 1 million naira, it will be about 100,000 cities or something. So 1 billion naira will be like, I'm getting the figures wrong. But do you hear the 40 billion naira? When are these corrupt leaders gonna let us develop? And these are the ones that get their children to all the best schools, and their children have all the parties and do all the. You know, I don't really care about that life, but my point is that they don't even teach their children because they are corrupt themselves. How are we supposed to wake up? How are we supposed to move forward if our leaders keep sinking us down? Listen, I'm not going to be intellectual about this. I'm just reacting as an average African who doesn't know. Let's pretend I don't know anything. how am I going to be able to provide for my children? All these monies can be used to fix the problems that are in Nigeria. I'm not saying it's going to fix everything, of course not. But if you are spending these monies anyways, it can fix a road, it can build a school, it can contribute to fixing the electricity problem in Nigeria.
Naira missing. We needed to show that there was no 40 billion naira missing, so we calculated the payments as per that 5th of May, and that's what was published.
Now, but what you have paid as at May is 38.
38.6.
And as at June, you added more to it?
Of course.
You do fresh payments?
I mean, the NDDC is not a bank. We don't save money. And as I said, we're trying to clear backlogs of, because we have cases in the court, garnishee orders. We just even finished paying a contractor who won cases against us, 400 million naira.
Okay, that's one.
And because of that...
Don't worry, that's good, that's good. You told us, we have listened to you, we listened to what you did in the Senate, where you said that a whopping 1.5 billion is to take care of ourselves. Is there any budget line to authorize that take care of ourselves in the budget of 2019 that we approved for you?
1.5 billion to take care of ourselves? 1.5 billion. Listen, the truth of the matter is, it's not like Africa don't have money. We do. We do. But our leaders, though, to take care of ourselves,
I mean, if I had said take care of ourselves, I must have said that in anger.
MD.
Yes, sir.
Please. You are before this committee. Answer the question direct. Because you are under oath.
I'm under oath.
Yes.
Yes.
Even to private individuals. Because you are not expected as an agency to spend money outside your budget. I hope you know that.
Yes, sir.
Now, you told us under oath right here that you are still preparing to pay money to students who are on scholarship. Now, we are aware that you don't have a 2020 budget yet. What you are operating is the 2019 budget.
This is where you see how wicked and corrupt we are. I mean, if we've seen a lot of crazy things happen in some of our parliament, we've seen a lot of crazy things where we see fights, I mean crazy fights happening. Just in case you haven't seen any of these things, right? Just in case you haven't seen any of these things, watch let me show you a couple of videos of what goes on in some of our parliaments. Like we've seen crazy stuff. Crazy. But what this MD did, MD Ponder, is beyond. Before we come to MD, let's watch some of the crazy stuff that has happened in our parliament over the years. I don't want to take your time. Let's just watch some of these few ones.
You can kill me.
members using their heads to harm others.
We see honorable members using their heads to no, honestly, this video came at the right time. This video came at the right time because because I'm sad today. So if I'm laughing, then I'm really trying not to laugh. But it came like I don't care how many times you've seen these videos. You see, we see honorable members use their head to head.
It's get set for the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. It's straight ahead on SmackDown Live. The Miz said that his success pays the rest of the men's locker room's salaries, and SmackDown Live GM Daniel Bryan said, well, if that's the case, let's put them to work. Avoiding that kick and getting a 2-count, blocks the right hand, unloads a right of his own. And the lunatic fringe lighting up the Miz. Legs on his feet, and again he's fighting off the lumberjacks. Face first into the ring post. Ambrose going all the way up to the high red district. Lunatic fringe elbow. Cover. Oh, and Miz just escaped. Lunatic lariat turns the Miz almost inside out. What the and now all the lumberjacks. Chaos on SmackDown Live. This almost is a matter of time of pandemonium. That's what we're seeing. And signs of things to come 5 days from tonight at the 30th annual Royal Rumble. Surrounded by sharks and the lumberjacks trying to keep him from escaping.
The woman the whole time is not letting go of anybody. She's the one that keeps pulling people. What? Listen, this is beyond embarrassing.
Lumberjacks everywhere. Dean Ambrose going for broke, and he's lucky he didn't break anything as he wipes out the Miz and the lumberjacks. Somewhere in that pile is his opponent, the Miz. There he is. The Intercontinental Championship. And still, the Intercontinental Champion, Dean Ambrose.
Really? I don't know. I don't know what to say. This also happened.
Well, I don't know. I'm here to go in and preside over the house as
Can't you talk now? Come to us.
Excuse me. Can I please access the premises of the House of Representatives for me to go and preside over the House?
And people are dying.
My name is Aminu Waziri Tambol, the Speaker of this House.
Absolutely. And people are dying.
My name is Aminu Waziri Tambol, the Speaker of this House.
Absolutely.
Are you true citizens of this country, my friends?
Officer, how are you? Please approach me, please. I hope you have you identified me? Okay.
Yeah? Hey.
They are killing our people back home.
They are mad. Let anybody come and say.
Close for you. Abaka on hey. Abaka on him.
See how democracy. Are we not going to happen? You came with authority. This is our nation. You came because we don't have guns. We don't have everything.
If you tell me I'm serious, I will stop you. I mean it to talk. This is nonsense. You are telling me to shut up. How can you tell me to shut up?
I don't even know what to say. These are supposed to be people that are leading our nations. These are the people that are supposed to be taking us to a better place. And this is what they do. If the parents are doing this, how do you think the children will do? What do you think would happen in our future if their children are seeing this? And you see, when it comes to situations like that, we will come back to MD. We'll come back to MD. But when we come to situations like this, I really respect and cherish women. I'm not saying women don't fight. I'm not saying women cannot do this. But women work better under pressure than men. And I'm not making this a feminist thing. But we are supposed to be the heads. So even if women are doing that, we're supposed to be the heads and be like, no, we don't do like that. But if we are acting this way, let me show you a video of one interesting video that I saw of one parliamentarian in Nigeria who was accused, just like Honorable MD is being accused. This woman was accused, and let's watch how the woman reacted. Let's watch this video.
Many expected a lively sitting, but few were prepared for an outright fiery session.
The central bank guaranteed depositors their tip.
Day one of the probe had the panel reel out strings of accusations. Accusations which the Security and Exchange Commission Director General barely had time to respond to.
If the central bank's job in that matter was to protect depositors' deposits, yours should have been to put the job of not you now of the SEC should have been to protect investors. Is that true or not?
Honorable Chairman, I had answered the question and I confirmed that the role of the SEC is investor protection.
Now, question,
and I
now,
also confirmed that in that particular respect...
No, Michael, please, let's be guided.
I'm sorry, you said I was on the oath, so I must be allowed to express myself completely so that I'm not misunderstood.
All sorts of allegations kept up being thrown at the Security and Exchange Commission boss.
The question is
Allegations of reckless spending, Esther codes, and the propriety or otherwise of having staff of Access Bank occupy strategic positions within the Security and Exchange Commission.
I want to say to you that as far as protection of shareholders, which is your major duty, I have pointed two issues where I can prove to you, and you have not disproved me up till now, that you have not protected investors. The people involved have not received finality in this matter, which means you have refused, failed, or neglected to direct in the manner your agent, because somebody working with you under you is your agent, directed or recommended, which is why the people have not received finality. I want to start by making a comment.
When the probe began the following day, it was an enraged Arumaute who Nigerians beheld at the House of Representatives.
I'm challenging your capacity to chair this.
The Security and Exchange Commission Director General fired from all cylinders.
I think that because the integrity of the apex regulator of the Nigerian capital markets is so important, it is very important that I state this fact very publicly. And I believe that if we want to carry out an investigation, and as you said, in the interest of Nigeria and not in your own interest, I should not be subjected to what you subjected me to because the SEC did not give you 5 million naira in cash on Tuesday, the 13th of March. It should not be. It should not be, Honorable Hembe. We need an independent arbiter because I'm questioning your credibility, Honorable Hembe, of carrying out this public hearing.
Let me start responding to issues from the bottom up. I'll start from the... No, there are 4 of them, right? 4. We're talking about Deputy Speaker.
You see how when the woman started standing her grounds and put into him, you see how all of a sudden he came down? Day 1, day 2, bombardment from left, right, center. But she's still holding her ground and she's still addressing one sentence, one line, one accusation, one pop-up after the other with fact. And it's putting the chairman to stand that you requested 5 million and I ain't giving you. Why can't our men do this? Why?
Start responding to issues from the bottom up. I'll start from the... No, there are 4 of them, right? 4. We're talking about Deputy Speaker, committee collected 5 million, we requested 39 million.
Sorry.
No, please hold on.
I did not say the committee collected
please, put up your
5 million.
Put up your microphone.
No, but I'm questioning your credibility to chair.
The allegations, weighty as they were, stung and stung deeply, forcing the House panel to resign.
You heard that? She said, I question your credibility. So she is bold to say, listen, there's no corruption going on. I'm not having that. There's no corruption going on in here. And she forced the chairman to resign. Oh, this is when you know, listen, when it comes, I'm sorry, but when it comes to women, I know they can be funny. I know it can be crazy when but I would trust economics and finances and resources in the hands of a woman to manage it well than a man. No, we got work to do as men. We know what we have to do. But when it comes to management and growing something, and I'm not just saying, oh, let's give everything to the women, but we need to find strategies to put our nation to where it's supposed to be, our country, our people. Women can be corrupt, but at least women will think about the people. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not being a spokesperson for women, but the evidence. Watch this.
Yeah, so I just wanted to thank God Almighty, thank the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, for coming to save my life yesterday, and of course the good people of River State. My name is Bene Dr. Joy Nunye. Bene in the sense that I hold the highest title, traditional title of honor in my native Ogoni land, the sixth woman since 1500 BC. I am a lawyer, a politician, and I have come here today and I'm going to speak as the former MD CEO of the NDDC. And I believe that's the reason why I'm here today and why you have invited me. Okay. I was appointed as MD on the 28th of October 2019. And we had the inauguration done at the office of the minister. On our way there, and I said this on TV, since I'm under oath, I think I need to say it one more time. On our way to my inauguration, the minister said, Madam MD, congratulations. I hope that you know that the pen with which I have signed your letter.
Sorry, can we know can you be specific? Which minister, please?
Senator Godswill Akpabio. Senator Godswill Akpabio. I drove with him in his car to the inauguration venue, which was his boardroom in the Federal Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs. He went further to say that I should tell him how many of my aides that I would give him. He wants at least 10 of those aides. I was worried in my spirit. And he said that he stopped the Bernard Okumagba board because he had asked Bernard Okumagba to give him some aides, to ask him for about 10, and that Bernard Okumagba told him that he will reach him. I think we can confirm and maybe look for Bernard Okumagba if that happened, but that was what he told me. So I got a bit worried. And he said, how many will I give him? I said, I don't even know how many aides I'm entitled to. He said, once I get there, the first thing that you do is to change the dollars. I've seen his press release where he says about the dollars, people know how the money of NDDC is moved. I was specific in my allegations. I said that he asked me to change dollars. What I should be hearing is that at no point did I tell the former MD to do that. He has not denied that. Now, what happened when the new MD came? From your records which you have, dollars were immediately changed when he became MD. I want to tell Nigerians that I did not change $1 of the people's money. The dollar was intact before I left. I did not spend $1 of Niger Delta people's money. At that meeting, he reminded me about the dollar. Secondly, he told me that he wanted me to send some staff away. They were the ones that spoiled Mrs. Akwagaga, that refused to sign and make certain payments. He does not want them to spoil me, in his words. Thirdly, he said the first thing I would do is to write a letter to him. He gave me the draft, which I sent, of course, I showed it on TV the other day, that I should put it on my letterhead. In that letter, I was supposed to be writing that most of the companies that, of course, they had sent up to me, those files, that Mr. Senator Wambushi owns the 98 companies. Questions have been asked, and I've seen one of the documents and position of a certain Don Kubara, who says that I'm now defending Senator Wambushi. I never, ever told the world that Senator Wambushi was the senator that was collecting the 1 billion. The issue of the 1 billion was different. I said, how can an individual be collecting 1 billion every month had nothing to do. The case of Senator Wabushi was the issue of the 98 files, which I was supposed to be writing. And I said, sir, I will not be able to write this. As a lawyer, he who alleges must prove. I will not write any document that I cannot sign. And besides, when Mr. President sees my letter, he will believe every word of that letter. So I am not going to. Why? Because I do not know if Senator Wabushi owns that company. And he said, you also had held meetings.
Who is you?
In Ondo State.
Sorry, can you be specific?
The chairman, and that was the point of rejecting you yesterday, that you had held meetings against him in Ondo. Both of you refused you wrote the letters, which I had. And because I had seen the letters written from the Senate committee and the House committee on the payment for distilling, and I'd already also seen your letters to the MD of NDDC not to change the dollars and not to make the payment. I assume, Chairman, you might remember that there was such a letter that both of you, I don't know if I'm correct.
Yes.
Both of you had written to the MD not to write. So based on the letter that I had seen, as soon as I came in, I asked if there was anything that would stop me from changing the dollars. I asked from the accounts department, and I got a copy of the letters that both of you had written to say that they should not, that we at NTDC should not change the dollars. I think what had happened was that Mrs. Dakwagaga had come to you, who is my predecessor, had come to you because she did not want to change the dollars. He said that, is there any northerner, any southerner at the Northeast Development Commission? I said that I'm not going to go into this sort of big battle or going to fight a northerner. And then at that meeting, I then declared that Mr. Kaltungo is my classmate at the Nigerian Law School, and we were called to bar the same day. It will be wicked of me to make him my first victim when there is no report against him. So, sir, I will not be able to do it. He gave me the list of directors that I should change, include I should redeploy, and some of them were not just for redeployment, they were for, I should use the forensic audit that we were supposed to be supervising as an excuse to send them on leave and retirement, because he said they could influence it. For example, Mrs. Akwagaga had appealed to me that she wanted to remain in the head office. She was a director who was just acting as an MD. And I had no reason not to leave her. So I appealed to him that the lady seems nice. Please, let us just leave her instead of sending her again to Benin. Because she told me at the time that she was from Bayelsa State and she's nearly due for retirement. So she doesn't want to go back to her station. He said I should send her to Ondo State. I said, sir, there's no way. I have been an activist in the Niger Delta. I gave up my youth for activism. It's written in books. So I will not be the one to come to NDDC and then give employment to people outside our zone when our youths don't have employment. So I want to tell the world, I never did any employment. I never gave out a single contract at the NDDC. I never gave out a single contract. I remained silent after nearly 7 months of my removal. I think about 5-6 months of me removed as MD, because contrary to what is said, is because I'm annoyed that they removed me. Am I annoyed? I'm not just annoyed. I am livid, especially when I heard the reason for my removal. And I'm so happy. I want to thank Senator Akpabio for giving me a good testimonial that I am not corrupt. There's nobody can say, no contractor can sit anywhere and say they gave me 10 naira. I want to say this also under oath. The contractors, most of them, 60% personally known to me, personally. And I can say before the world that I am the most unpopular MD ever that came to NDDC. When I was removed, the minister, Senator Akpabio, personally sent out text message and video recordings of the youth, say, make she go, she no gree give us money. That was a testimonial that the money of the people of the Niger Delta is blood money. I refuse to touch it. So even when my friends were contractors, even when they claimed that their monies were being owed, I hardened my heart. My instruction was everybody go and finish your job. Now, everybody will bear me testimony that contractors went back to site. Everybody saw contractors go back to site. I was empty. I had the privilege of seeing all the videos. One job, 5 people will send me videos of completion, the same job, the same video, and I will just laugh. The problem that you're investigating today have 3 major groups that are responsible for the things that have gone on in the NDDC. One group is the management, which is the IMC. Everybody against the IMC. The second group is the staff of NDDC. And the third group, which I will start with, is the people of the Niger Delta. This story that we're all calling embarrassing cannot be complete without saying that the people of the Niger Delta region are responsible for what has happened and the fraud and corruption that has taken place in NDDC. Why do I say that? I'm speaking from personal experience as one who has been in NDDC. As soon as an MD is appointed, people begin to rejoice and celebrate, not because they want you to do the right thing, not because they're interested in the development of the Niger Delta. They believe that it is now their turn to eat out of the national cake. So, what you hear, what did she do for you? What did you do for me? She didn't give me money. You didn't give me contract. They are not interested in anything. All they wanted were like palliatives. That is why, for those who didn't harden their hearts like me, they fell for these palliative matters. They started giving out. But I was strong because I always remember the case of Gani Fawemi. Gani Fawemi fought for the masses of this country. When he said he wanted to contest an election, they were not there for him. So I remember that I needed to stand properly so that I can write my name in gold.
Doctor, joining here.
The second class is the staff.
Doctor.
The staff of NDDC are from the Niger Delta region. The contracts that have been awarded are from their communities. When I was appointed, I went from office to office. I sat in their offices. I told them, you people are responsible for what has gone wrong in this zone. All the staff have in their wards or in their local government projects. If every staff of NDDC takes up the project in their local government, ensures that they're well done, we will not have these issues. Thirdly, the IMC. In my experience, which I want to talk about, for the first time in the history of NDDC, no palliatives were given. I did not give out Christmas palliative. I was under pressure to bring 10 billion, 1 billion per state. I refused. The youths were calling me, Madam, things are very difficult. Things are very difficult. I said, the day I give you people this money, you know I have started collecting your money. I never gave any Christmas bonus, palliatives, during my time. For the first time in the history of NDDC worked throughout December. There was no break except on public holidays. One of the things I also ensured is that the youths went back to the communities to walk through the CDCs. When I was MD, nobody saw any youth hanging outside the gate of NDDC. No youth stayed outside the gate.
I mean, that's a long video, but we could tell how prepared she was and articulate she was to answer every question or present her case with evidences that shows and justifies her action, and also put her to the stand that she's not corrupt. I think it's around the same NDDC case. When it came to MD, what did MD do? This is the part that would interest you. Watch what MD did when MD was being questioned about the very things that our mother has been questioned, and she excellently delivered her account of the whole situation. What did MD do when MD was confronted?
We are aware that you don't have a 2020 budget yet. What you are operating is the 2019 budget, which, as you know and as we know, ended May 31st, 2020. We are now in July. So you are not expected to be spending money from budget 2019 that has expired. From where are you going to spend this money you said here on oath that you are preparing to pay students who are on scholarship? Are you aware that...
Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. See the tactics of MD Pondell. See the tactics. Here we go.
Are you aware that every expenditure you make from 31st May till date are not...
Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Listen, all the fact, those men being crazy, but this one, we've seen crazy, but this one
are not...
What? Only in Africa. And even the one, I don't know whether he's blowing air to him or he's giving him.
Music drama. Listen. We're all human beings. No, it's not deliberate. It's not deliberate. We can't go. Yes. Let them take it. Yes. Yes, then let's you allow him to go to present it out. We allow him to go and no. Their strategy, but we allow him to go. We did this how we shouldn't go now. Who's struggling? Come on, eat your gather, please.
Wait, I thought he was dying. Is he not the same person walking out of the building? Is this the accountability our leaders are giving us? Listen, that's why I say this. Listen, this is why I say this. When our politicians and leaders are being sworn in, we got to give them, don't give them the Bible. We have to make them swear the spiritual way. Now, when they come into power, they are not going to spend the nation's money, consume, embezzle. We got to put the act down. We got to put a snap down. We got to cut a sheep and make them swear that when I come into power, I'm not going to be corrupt. When I am corrupt, let Antoine do this. Let the rivers do this. Let the powers that be consumed. Let the powers that be strikes me. Let AC do this. Let Ajo. We.
$700. Listen properly. 769,820 and 70 members, down from 100.2 million in 2012. This continent is the biggest continent in the world, not separated even by a river. The rivers that are there flow with the continent. They don't cut it into half or quarter. All continents put together will fit into Africa.
Today is it's not a laughing day for me, but these people are really pushing me to laugh. If we have leaders talking if we have leaders talking this way, where are we going as a people? If we have leaders acting this way, where are we going as people? All that I need you to do after seeing this video or this reaction, how can you help make our people better? Find it, go all out, do all you can. All you can. Because if you are waiting for these people in leadership to bring any transformation to you, you wait in vain. This is what you want to trust with your life, with your resources, with your family. It's time we wake up as individuals and do what you as an individual can do to bless our people. I love you guys. Make sure you hit the subscription button if you haven't subscribed yet. I'll see you tomorrow on Spirit Friday. Have a great one.